Hi, folks, and welcome to my Ask Shell coffee break. And to complete the task of dealing with concrete items, one of which is used a lot today, and that's paving stones. And pavers, or interlocking pavers, or locking, whatever you want to call it, the main thing is it is a man-made produced product that becomes a walkway, a driveway, a patio, uh, and it is made of cementitious materials. And what do you do to maintain? Because again, anything of this nature, anything that's porous, like paving stones, has got to be sealed. But before you even seal the product, if you do the project yourself, it's very important to consider the preparation first before you ever put one stone in place. Because if you don't have that surface that you're going down on top of properly prepared with good drainage, good sloping, and an area for water to run off to without backing up and causing everything from frost heave if you're in a cold area during the winter months or a wet area during the spring or fall or summer months. All of these areas create their own little problem. And those little problems become big problems if you don't do something about it now. So doing the prep work, getting the drainage in place, getting the proper substrate in place, getting that substrate underneath properly compacted with mechanical compacting devices that you can rent, or if you have it done professionally, you'll have it by someone that realizes the things that I've just talked about, and having that all prepared before the stones go down. Now, one of the most important things as well when placing paving stones is what side of the house, what's it going up against? Is it going up against crib boards? Is it going up against concrete curbing, up against uh, concrete floors of a garage, that sort of thing? Those are all items that take into consideration. And very important, make sure that the elevation, the finished elevation, is where you want it, because you can't just change that midstream. Because if you do, it'll show up, and it'll show up very, very uh, distinct. It'll be an eyesore. That'd be the best way of putting it. So have all those items in place, and then when you have it all properly compacted, and you have the product already taken care of as far as height and the level, etc., now you can start the placing of the paving stones, starting from whatever area you're going to find being best. Because some people will work from the a garage or the home or the whatever the curb that was put in for possible being border lines, that sort of thing, and working out or along and to go across. But you always want to have this all pre-measured or lay it out first of all in order to determine if you're going to have to do any cutting or chipping in order to compensate for tightness to that border. So all of those things want to be taken into consideration. Also, the leveling device, you're going to use possibly a leveling board with a level. And then once leveled, you want to make sure, again, it's properly compacted. You don't want to lose the level by putting stones on top of something that's too soft or not properly compacted. Because if you do, the first rainstorm, that soft or unprepared or untamped area is going to go down, and you're going to have a puddle area in your paving stones. So taking that all into consideration, I know that that sounded pretty confusing, but on the other hand, I think you'll find that listening this over two or three times that you'll get the gist of what I'm trying to say. Once you have the paving stones in place, there are a number of things that you want to take into consideration at this point. And that is, between the pavers, you'll have joints or seams, whatever you want to call them. But those joints and seams should be filled. And they are filled with different products today, from play sand to products that are sealed or acrylic bound, poly bound sand mixes specially designed. For example, when you do broom it into place, you sprinkle water on it, and that fuses the sand at the top, giving you a no weed concern, because you know paving stones will allow weeds to grow up through. And or when you take the hose out, or some people use pressure wash. I don't like pressure wash on paving stones. I like to, again, use the cleaning formula. Use the Shell Busey home cleaning formula. Follow the instructions. Very simply wash and rinse with a garden hose. But the most important thing is, if you do use pressure wash, then you're going to run the potential of blowing all that sand out. And if you blow the sand out, then obviously you're losing the effect of why you put it there in the first place. But using the different uh, the poly mix, acrylic mix span special or cement formulas, and you buy it at your local building supply store. Ask for the product that goes between your paving stones, that when sprinkled with water will seal and fuse and give you that no weed problem, or no weed problem, a no weed uh, surface when complete. Okay, and it is available. Once that's all done, once it's all complete, then again you must seal the concrete paving stones. And when sealing concrete paving stones, you either spray it, or I use the term puddling it. Now, you can't really puddle on paving stones, because if you do, you'll lose all of it down between the paving stones if you don't use the sealer type of grout sand. So I would suggest what you do is spray it, and you can rent the sprayers to do it. And it is acrylic sprayer sealers today, acrylic spray sealers. I should use that term. It would go on white and dries clear. And one of the most important heads up here, folks, never put a sealer on concrete or any surface, wood deck or otherwise, when it's in direct sunlight. You want the sun off it. You want the surface cool. You don't want it hot. You don't want it to be promoting curing or drying too quickly, because you'll just lose the effect of what it is you're trying to achieve. So when you use sealers, morning hours or evening hours, when the sun is just coming up and it's not hot, or in the heat of the day, or at night when you're going to cure overnight. And that goes for asphalt sealing as well, if you're going to be sealing asphalt with asphalt sealers. Not in the sunshine. It's very important that. So there you have it, folks. Paving stones and the how-tos and the heads up. Always do it right. And as I say, when in doubt, don't pout. Let Shell help you out right here on the coffee break. It's just that easy.